And so it begins. Hello, Michelle. Hello, Maria. There we go. People are starting to pop in now. Hello, Robert. Hello, Tracy. Thanks for stopping in. Hello, Leona. Starting to get a few people cropping in now. Hello. How's everybody doing? Yeah, let me explain all that right now. You're probably hearing all the commotion outside. For the first time in like the last 6 months, at least since I've been here, there's been a significant drop in the temperature, and so it's like 71 degrees outside right now, and the kids are definitely taking advantage of that. So you're gonna hear a lot of kid noise. They've been out. They've been just kind of crazy all day. So if you're hearing kids noise, that's what's going on. They're just out there because they have a lot more fun. They're a lot more active when it isn't 900 degrees out there. So it's not that I'm like murdering children in the background. No, I think we pretty much got the cricket situation under control. I mean, every once in a while I'm seeing them in here a little bit, but uh, you know, we got it pretty much taken care of. When the landlord got in here and basically, had the pest control people come in and just kind of bomb the area around there, it knocked the population way down. So I think we're doing good. So it's also, from what I understand, it's also kind of a factor of the temperature. Once you get to the point where it's a little cooler here, they seem to kind of go more dormant. And I'm told that once the first frost happens, they'll all kind of die off, and that'll be the end of that. And we got pretty close to the frost a couple days ago. It was 44 in the morning. So did I get the door frame fixed? I just put that piece of insulation in. That was all I really did. A lot of people question why I didn't turn that into it. That's not how it's done. Actually, the reason I did that is because the "that's not how it's done" segments are based on the fact that I actually go in and fix that, and I didn't really fix those. So I just kind of acknowledged that it was there. It was kind of crazy. Hi, Terry. Welcome to the group. Yeah, yeah. Well, when you see crickets, you know fall is near. I guess when I see them in the house, swarming in here, I guess that's what I'm going to know now. It's crazy. It is also kind of nice, though, now that it's cooled off here a little bit. I actually got the air conditioning off. Hopefully, we'll get a little bit of a break on the electric bill now. Hello, Tim. Oh, I see his bite just came down the stairs. When he starts hearing me talk, that usually means he's coming down. He knows he's going to get the kitty treat. So yeah, he's over there right now. We'll probably see him pop up on the chair here in any minute. Yep, there he is. You got anything you want to say? That's all you ever say though is meow, meow, meow. That translates. It's like if you're watching the Guardians of the Galaxy and Groot just keeps saying, "I am Groot." Yeah, meow means can mean anything. This time it means give me kitty treats, right? That's what that means, right? Give me kitty treats. That's what meow means, right? Yep. If I fill you up on kitty treats, so you go back upstairs with your sister and I won't see you again, will I? That's how that works. Yeah, well. So anyway, back to Yeah, well, Nibble comes down later in the evening when I'm watching TV, and then she gets her share of the treats. In fact, she usually gets a little bit more than her share of the treats because, I'm still trying to buy her love a little bit. Not very not very good at doing that, but making spicy chili tonight. That sounds good. So what Mike did is he just went down, went behind the laptop, went back beside the couch. Now he's back up here again, right? You're thinking I'll believe you're a different cat now, right? Is that what the deal is? Huh? Give you another treat because I think you're another cat. You're like the kids that go circle around on Halloween and then come back to the same house again, get candy and over and over and over again. Food segments could be called Breck's Bites and Nibbles. Yeah, I suppose they could, huh? Hi, Jeff. Yeah, I enjoyed watching your video last night. You have no sound. That's no good. Of course, if you have no sound, you probably just didn't hear me say I have no sound. So, oops. Yeah, you like the shirt? Yeah, that was something Jordan brought me back from when he went to Prague about a year ago. Everyone thinks it's Jesus, but it's actually John Lennon. Jesus doesn't wear glasses. Yeah, the meatloaf did look good. It tasted good too. Oh, that's good. I'm glad you found the problem with the sound, Todd. Don't worry about it, Shirley. You're not that late. I've only been going for about 7 minutes, so you got a couple more hours. You got at least 2 more hours. So Jeff sent me a video last night. He tried his tried his hand at vlogging a little bit, and did a little vlog showing how he made barbecued ribs and pork loins and a roast in his smoker. And yeah, that looked really good. So he's saying he just took a class on how to do a smoked turkey. That sounds good too. You'll have to send me that video too. They have class for smoking turkey. Yeah, I guess so. Because Jeff went to one. Say hi to everyone. Hi, everyone. That's my buddy. Yeah, I'm gonna have to have Jeff come down here and bring me some ribs. I love barbecue ribs. Well, spicy meatloaf should be. Yeah, the spicy meatloaf's good. I assume it's a. I mean, I assume you're talking the spicy meatloaf that I prepared a couple weeks ago. Your ex-mate used to bury smoked turkeys in the ground, get drunk, and forget where he buried them. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, yeah. I've been thinking about getting a pellet smoker too, Jeff. Wasn't really sure. I don't really have any experience with smokers, but everyone seems to be going with the pellet ones. So your stepson tried fixing the turkey in a grill one year and almost burned the garage down. That's no good. Yeah, you probably shouldn't be cooking in the garage. Smoked mac and cheese. I'm not even sure what to think. White's doing his share of meowing right now, but you may be hearing the kids outside. It's the temperature's really dropped in the last few days. It's about 70 right now, and the kids are definitely taking advantage of it. They're a lot more active when it's 70 than when it's 95 for some strange reason. Yeah, the kids have just been crazy outside all day, for the last 4 or 5 hours. It's actually a good thing, it's good that they're out there, you know, rather than sitting at home on their cell phones or playing video games or something. It's good that they're active. That's one of the neat things about the kids around here. They are very, very active, and they're out playing and running around and being kids. So yeah, that's what that noise is you hear. They're very loud out there, and that's a good thing. Smoked salmon, that sounds really good too, Shirley. I love salmon. Don't get too ahead of things, Kathy. I think he's going to have to share smoked mac and cheese with me first. Yeah, I actually had the heater on a little bit yesterday for the first time because it was a little chilly around here yesterday. Yeah, that's right. It was like Thanksgiving just recently in Canada. I always think from America, it's in November, but yeah, it's in different places. We tell the kids to go play, and we're all on YouTube. Yeah, I know, ain't that the truth? But we all played and were active when they were their age. Now, when they're our age, then they can be on YouTube too. Although, when by the time they're our age, it'll probably be like you virtual reality or something like that. That doesn't surprise me that a barbecue place would do classes on cooking with barbecue. That sounds an awful lot like Home Depot doing seminars on home improvement projects. So yeah, that sounds like a good match. Hi, David. Yeah, it's been a pretty decent week. Like I said, it was nice to get the little break in the weather. Yeah, that's true, Kel girl. The cool seems to knock the mosquitoes down. Now, I haven't really had that much of a problem with them, but every once in a while, one of them gets in my house, and I end up with a mosquito bite as a result. And they're kind of intermittent, once every once in a while. I don't know. Hopefully, it'll be one of those things that I'll develop an immunity to at some point, but not really holding my breath. Yeah, I was noticing that there was like a cold front coming through Minneapolis, so that doesn't surprise me that you got into the 30s. That same storm that blew through here a couple days ago. The further north it got, the more you scratching, huh? Is that what's going on? Yeah, the storm that blew through here a few days ago, it extended all the way up north, and when it got up around, like South Dakota and Minnesota and stuff like that, it started turning into snow and sleet. Wow, wow. You're gonna come to steal the show? Is that what it is? It's not going to be escaping the mouse with Breck. It's going to be escaping the mouse with your host Breck and Bite. Although I suppose you want top billing, don't you? It's going to be Bite and Breck, right? You're going to have to say more than meow though if it's going to be Bite and Breck. Yeah, that's how it's going to have to be. You're going to have to turn that motor off too. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. The kids are having fatty liver disease. You know, unfortunately, cats are getting cats, not cats. Kids are getting fatter and fatter as we go along, and that's not a good health trend. Yeah, I've had some people say that Bite reminds them of an orca. I guess I can kind of see that. And now he's gone again. See, I think he's just going to lap around and pop up behind me again, hoping that I think he's another cat. That's what's happening, isn't it? You think you're smarter than me, but you aren't really. Like I said, I love the sound of the kids playing. It's better than them playing video games. Thank you, Laura. I appreciate that. That's really generous of you. This sip's for you. Actually, I guess it's kind of for me, isn't it? Did my dad get home yet? No, not yet. They're hoping maybe that he'll be home tomorrow. Um, he had a little bit of a setback about a week ago. I actually mentioned this last week on the live stream, where his blood pressure went really low, and they actually had him in ICU for about one day. But I've talked to him a couple times since then, and he's definitely on the mend. Uh, his blood pressure is back to normal. I talked to him just yesterday, and his blood pressure was back to 120. The upper number was 120. I don't remember. He didn't know what the lower number was. So, yeah, that is John Lennon on my shirt. Some people think it's Jesus, but Jesus doesn't wear glasses. So, yeah, it's John Lennon. Yeah, we're hoping too. I was just talking to my mom. Is I was just talking to my mom right before the live stream came on, and yeah, we're hoping right now they're going to discuss him going home tomorrow, or not tomorrow, on Monday. The doctors don't usually come in during the weekend. Thanks, Jeff. I appreciate that a lot. Yeah, I'll put that into the barbecue pit fund here. Have to get you to come here to Texas from Florida and show me how to do it. Who is my all-time favorite group? Well, I did the video about Guided by Voices a few days ago. That would definitely be a top one. I am a huge John Lennon fan, which is I think why Jordan got me this. He brought this back for me from Prague when he went there about a year ago. You know, when I was taking care of Jaw when he'd go away on his trip, he'd always bring me a really cool T-shirt, and this is one of the ones he brought me back because he knows how much I like the Beatles. Lennon was a Libra. Okay, that's news to me. Do I have any favorite Beatles or Lennon songs? Um, yeah, I mean, but there's so many of them. I mean, I like a lot of the melodies that Paul wrote. You know, Paul had just that angelic voice, has that angelic voice, and just wrote really great melodies and just some of those greatest songs in the world. I love. I think my favorite Beatles album era was kind of the mid career, kind of the Revolver, the Rubber Soul, the Yellow Submarine era. But it's all good. I'm more into the middle and later stuff than than some of the earlier stuff. The earlier stuff was great, poppy too, but I don't listen to it as much as like you know stuff off of Revolver and Rubber Soul, stuff like that. Yeah, Paul is dead. We got to miss him. Are we losing Greater Bilby already? Good night, Greater Bilby. Thanks for stopping in. That's right. Yeah, because that was all about the Abbey Road thing. That was where all the weird Paul is dead clues were. Hi, Diane. Cats are doing good. One of them's hiding behind me right now. I think he's hoping that I'm going to feed him more treats. I keep joking that he keeps hopping down, walking around the couch, and hops up again, thinking that he's a different cat, so he'll get more treats. So, welcome to the bike show. You dropped it, and you bit me in the same time here. You're showing why we called you Bite, huh? Yeah, you're still Bite, aren't you? Okay, well, maybe go down and walk around the computer again and pretend you're another cat. Yeah, I should. I think maybe the reason I don't get I don't have any sponsorships is the reason I peel the labels off the boxes. You don't get free advertising if you're not sponsoring me. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give. You're right. I'm gonna have to give Bite a cut. No, well, Nibble comes down later on, usually when I'm watching TV, because that's when the kitty treats are distributed, and she'll get more than her fair share of kitty treats at that point. Just watch Jordan's Griffin Observatory vlog. That was a one that he kind of recycled. He's been kind of doing like little clips from past episodes just to kind of get people interested in going back and watching the old ones. It's actually a good idea. I'm actually looking forward to watching Jordan's Animal Collective video. I'm a big fan of theirs. A lot of the bands that I've gotten into in recent years have been because of him, and Animal Collective is just one of those really kind of amazing bands. Yeah, cats do kind of rule the internet. Yeah, I haven't seen the Steve McQueen vlog yet, but I think Steve McQueen was a little before my time. Wasn't really that huge of a fan, but it would be a great how-to vlog to get rid of the labels and reuse the plastic containers. Yeah, yeah, I do that a lot. I don't know. I'm just weird about pulling the labels off of packaging. So yeah, that's the beauty of these things. These are great containers for like for all sorts of things. You can once you clean them out and run them through the dishwasher, you can use them again. They're great for food. You can also they're also great for like holding nuts and bolts and screws if you have a whole bunch of those. Those go in there really well. You love the video about the crickets. Yeah, I'm glad they're you know, pretty much taken care of now. I'm glad they're not in the house anymore. They were overwhelming the cats. I had an occasional cricket in the house in California, and I never really had to worry about it because the cats would take care of it. They'd play with it for a while. They'd bite the legs off of it until it couldn't move anymore, and then they'd eat it. But they were coming in so fast that the cats couldn't even take care of them. Couldn't keep up with them. Thank you, Barbara. Appreciate the kind words. Great Escape. Yeah, that's supposedly a classic Steve McQueen movie. I think I saw it, but it's been a long time. Well, in terms of getting the labels off of these things, it seems like they're actually kind of designed where to come off fairly easy. Because what you do is you just kind of pick on the corner a little bit, and once you get a little bit something you can grip onto, you can kind of just peel it away. Hello, hello, Epic Paul. I watched a couple of your videos the other day. Saw the one where you lost your goldfish. Saw the one where you hooked up a VCR to your TV, and I think I saw one where you were like walking around at a Walmart. Wasn't aware there were any more vloggers in Waco. Am I going to decorate for Halloween? I'm not sure yet. It all depends on whether I have a job. Because if I'm working that night, then obviously I won't be able to do anything for Halloween. But there are actually already a few decorations out there. Some of the neighbors have put stuff up. I kind of am resistant to put up Halloween decorations, because one, I don't know what the weather is going to be like, and a lot of my stuff is, kind of sensitive to getting wet or wind or stuff like that. So I don't know. Usually when I did Halloween back in California, what I would do is set it up the day of. I'd usually take Halloween day off of work and and set everything up that day, and then it'd be down the next day, which is so different from what I did like on Christmas. Because for Christmas, usually when the decorations went up, after Thanksgiving, and they remained up until after New Year's. But that's just how I do things. Blackshear, Georgia. Hello, Charles. No, no snow in Texas yet. It got down to about the mid 40s a couple days ago. Well, a couple nights ago, actually, and that was really nice. In fact, it was funny. Even though it was like 44 out that morning, I went to Home Depot. The people were looking at me so weird because I was wearing, you know, short pants and a t-shirt. Any feedback on possible jobs? I got a few things few irons in the fire, but right now I'm just kind of playing things real close to the vest here. I want to see what happens, before I say anything. I almost wonder if talking about that last job kind of jinxed it. So, I'll probably, if something happens, it'll be one of those things I'll come on one day and I'll say, hey, I got a job. I don't want to jinx it. I want to kind of keep quiet about stuff like that until something happens. Yeah, Epic Paul. I wanted to snow too. That was one of the reasons I kind of moved here. Although I have been told it doesn't actually snow here very much. It does happen though. It happens more than it happened where I lived in California, because it never happened where I live in California. We got an occasional hailstorm, but we had a nice rainstorm blow through here a couple nights ago. We got 2 inches of rain. That was actually what made everything get cold around here. You'll send me your snow from Ohio. That's cool. We'll take it. Just ship it down here in a truck. I'll put it out in the quad area here. I'm sure the kids will have fun with it. You're guessing the trick or treaters won't be allowed to visit the complex on Halloween? I hope not. I mean, there's plenty of kids around here, so I'm guessing that if I do have trick or treaters, at least the kids from here will do it. And there's a lot of neighborhoods around here, so hopefully, they'll get some kids coming in from outside. That'll be good. I don't have a problem. I always, when I was in California, I always had a pretty elaborately decorated house. And, I had people coming from miles around just to see my house every year. So, I wouldn't mind doing that here. Probably won't be able to develop much of a reputation because I'm probably only going to be here for a year. But, when I get into a house, for real, we'll go from there. Hopefully, we'll, get to the point where I get people coming from miles around there too. In East Tennessee, you get 10 to 15. I assume that's inches a year. Tennessee is a little further east than I am. I have talked about it at GRC, but I accept the fact that people are coming in here, coming and going over the time. So yeah, I'll say it over and over again. My father, as I mentioned in the live stream last week, he had a little bit of a setback, and his blood pressure went way down. He actually ended up in ICU for about a day, but he's kind of back to his own self now. I talked to him just yesterday. He's doing really well. He's looking forward to hopefully coming home as early as Monday. I guess they're going to talk about it on Monday and decide if he's ready to do that. He's had a little problem with his bilirubin levels, and I used to work at a medical lab, and I thought I had a pretty good grip on what blood chemistry was, but bilirubin is something I'd never heard of, so I actually had to look it up. Basically, it's a compound that's produced by the liver that helps absorb and destroy old red blood cells. And sometimes they say that when somebody has a TIPS procedure, like my father did, that that the bilirubin goes a little high. Now I guess from what I read online, the normal levels are 0.3 to 1.2, and from what I heard, his levels got up to about 44, which is really, really high. That's like 35 to 40 times what they should be. But last time I heard, the numbers are coming down. So that's a good thing. Fun size or full size? I usually do fun size, but I don't just give out one little thing of candy to people. I grab handfuls of stuff. So it all kind of averages out at the end. What treats do I give out at Halloween? Used to go to Costco, and Costco had these big bags of candy. And basically, what I would buy is stuff that I like to eat because, let's face it, if I don't get rid of all of it to the kids, I have to eat it myself. So they had one kind of combination pack that had like, sweet tarts and tangy things like that. And then another kind that had like chocolates. And so since I kind of prefer the tangy things over the chocolates, I usually poured all the chocolates and about half of the sweet tarts into a big Halloween bowl I have and gave that out, and then mixed it all up so there was a good mix. And then if I needed more, then I poured more in from the from the tart candy, and if I had any left over, then it was predominantly the sweet tarts and that kind of stuff because that's my favorite. How are the cats doing? Bite's made a couple of appearances. I think he's just over here right now. Yeah, I see him. Let's see if we can coax him up with the treats. See if he'll pop up right over there. I'm guessing he'll pop up here in a second. Oh no, he's down here. You always got to be unpredictable, don't you? Come on. No kitty treats unless you come up here. All right. Well, meow. May not be able to see him, but you can hear him, right? Yeah. There he is. There's the bite man. He's not really huge on being held, but he's sort of the biggest lap cat. Come on, at least look at him. Make eye contact, dude. You've been licking yourself too, haven't you? You're all wet. Gross, dude. Oh yeah, I'm with your wife, Jeff. I love peanut butter cups too. Those are great. You love the airport vlogs. I'm glad you like them. They're not a whole lot of fun to make or to shoot. But last trip actually everything went kind of smooth, so it was a little bit better. I still can't seem to get through airport security without having some extra level of check though. Just this time I had a real driver's license, not a sheet of paper. So yeah, I'm the same way, Robin. When it comes to Halloween candy, I gotta buy what I like. Otherwise, if I get stuck with it, it's like, why did I buy this? It's got to be something I like. Haven't been to Houston yet. No, I haven't. Yeah, yeah. Dogs love peanut butter too. You got to keep them away from the peanut butter cups though, because the chocolate is really bad for them. Candy corn is all right, but I agree it isn't my favorite. Hello, Oregon from Waco. When's the time for you to cook again? I've been thinking I got to probably do another recipe. So yeah, I don't know, maybe next day or so. I just got done doing a food vlog today, or a restaurant vlog today. It was pretty good. Actually, it was the best restaurant I've been to since I've been in Texas. So you'll have to watch that one. That'll come up in a couple days. Do I have any desire to visit other Texas cities? Actually, I visited another Texas city that I think you'll see in tomorrow's vlog. Just another local city. Wanted to check out. I just kind of stumbled upon it and was there and decided to kind of wander around. I thought it turned out pretty good, but you'll have to wait till tomorrow to see it. I think it's tomorrow. Maybe it's the next day. Yeah, somebody's at the door. They probably want to. That means one of two things. They either want to pay me a dollar, or want me to pay them $1 to take the trash out, or they threw a ball into the backyard. And I hear them kind of rattling on the fence. I'm wondering if maybe they threw something over the fence. Yeah, I don't know if I'd even be able to call it another city. It's another town. It's one of those places around here that if you blink, you're going to miss it. Well, it's been said that every time people come here, they end up going away hungry. I guess it's because we always start talking about food. Frozen Three Musketeer bars, yeah, those are pretty good. And to figure out what the kids want, it must be one of those. The kids are constantly coming to the door and saying, "Hey, can I take your trash out for $1?" Because there's like a trash dumpster like on the other side of the community. So you know, I'll give them a little credit for trying to earn a little money. That's cool. But also from time to time they'll like throw a ball in my backyard or something like that. So I've been thinking about doing a meet and greet for like a restaurant vlog. It's just I wasn't sure how many people would come to Waco. Not really sure how many people there are here, or at least close enough that they would come for something like that. Oh yeah, I remember candy cigarettes too. You'd blow on them and like smoke would come out of them. Yeah, that's totally not PC today. Yeah, the big question about doing a restaurant meet and greet is, it'd be really embarrassing if I did it and no one showed up. Well, San Antonio, that's not too far away. I don't know. Be honest with me. If I did a restaurant meet and greet, in Waco, how many people would come? Hello, Deanna. Where are you from? Where are you in California? I'm actually surprised that they do still sell the candy cigarettes. Yeah, there we go. We'll have Jeff bring his barbecue down. He'll cook for us. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have a problem if it was just a couple of people, but it'd be really embarrassing if I did one and no one showed up. Laverne, okay, all right. Yeah, I'm sure Jeff would love to drive, what, 1,000 miles from Florida to Texas? That's probably about what it is, isn't it? Something like that. Yeah, it is weird that they still promote bubblegum chew. Yeah, you'd think that's something that they'd want to discourage. Do I get headaches? Yeah, sometimes. I get like migraines every once in a while. And oh, look who's back. Trying to work out what's on my t-shirt. Well, here's the spoiler. It's John Lennon. It's a t-shirt that Jordan brought from Prague. It says Prague down there. He got that from me about a year ago when he went to Prague. Yeah, Laverne isn't that far away. If it's by San Dimas, because I San Dimas is just right up at the top of the 57 freeway, kind of where it meets the 10, right? Yeah, I just lived down the 57 a little bit in Placentia when I was in California, so that wasn't too far. Yeah, I love the colors of this shirt too. A lot of people have been commenting on my videos saying they look forward to seeing what t-shirts I'm going to wear each day. And so I had to really stop and think, well, I keep wearing the same ones over and over again. I got like, maybe 50 or 70 of them that are in circulation, but then I got a few of them that are put away in the closet. I don't wear that often. And I said, you know what, I ought to wear something that, I don't wear very often. So I went in the closet and I saw this one. It's like, yeah, that's the one. We're going to wear that today. Hmm. No, I don't have the slippers on today. I'm just wearing regular shoes. Did I grow up in Garden Grove? Yes, I did. I was born in Long Beach. My parents moved to Garden Grove when I was about one, and I lived there until I moved to Placentia in my late 20s. My parents still live in the same house that I grew up in. I don't know why some of your messages aren't showing up. I don't know which ones aren't showing up because if they aren't showing up, I'm not seeing them. Yeah, I noticed that too, David. That the Home Depot I went to the other day has Christmas stuff up now. They still got Halloween up, but who's John? Oh, John Lemon. I don't know who John Lemon is. John Lennon is one of the Beatles. How are my mom and dad? My father is doing better. He had his little setback recently, but he's kind of pulling back now. They're saying possibly that he might get to come home as early as Monday. He's definitely looking forward to that. He's getting a little stir crazy in the hospital. My mom had a little setback yesterday. I actually got a call about midday from Life Alert telling that my mom had fallen and triggered her medical or her life alert bracelet, and apparently she'd fallen and bumped her head pretty good and was bleeding a little bit, and actually ended up taking her to the hospital and got a couple stitches in the back of her head, but they sent her home the same night, and she's doing fine now. I talked to her right before the vlog was going, and she's back to normal, back to her normal self. The typical chatterbug. So they've got a live-in person now. Well, not live-in, but like a person that's there like 40 hours a week, and my mom really loves this person. Her name is Beatrice, and apparently Beatrice really proved herself yesterday by just going really above and beyond the call of duty. So yeah, I don't know if Mohammed's a troll or just somebody that doesn't realize that I don't speak Arabic. Your dream is to work at Disneyland. Do they hire people at 65? Yes. Yes. And in fact, one of my friends over there is well past 65. Yeah, there's a lot of retired people that go there and work. So tomorrow never knows. I love the Beatles, and that's a great Beatles song. How are my crickets? They aren't my crickets, but the problem is seems to um, the problem seems to have kind of resolved itself. There's still a few crickets out there, but they don't seem to be as many of them in the house anymore, or anywhere near as many outside. The landlord got a pest control guy in here and um, pretty much eradicated the colony. Wow, somebody from the Falkland Islands. That's cool. Hello, Falkland Islands. Yeah, it is good to know that there's somebody there taking care of my mom. My mom was really concerned about having somebody in the house all that time. She likes her independence. So the fact that she's found somebody that she really really likes is a good thing. Um, you know, she had one person that came in and she didn't like her at all and sent her packing. But the second one that came in, this Beatrice woman, she really likes her. And like I said, apparently Beatrice really did, really, showed who she is and how good of a person she is with my mom's little issue yesterday. Because apparently she followed the ambulance to the hospital, waited with my mom in the waiting room, and waited there, went into overtime just so she could come home and drive my mom home and make sure she got home safely and all that. So yeah, that's I think that's an issue that's been well taken care of. They're ready now for my father to come home. Then her work's going to really start. Yeah, you're right, Nature Cat. That was really unusual to find somebody like that. So my mom was very very lucky to find somebody. Yeah, I am familiar with what used to be the Parasol restaurant in Los Alamitos. In fact, my mom loves the Panera Bread, and I went there a couple times when I was in California just a few weeks ago. Panera Bread has good food there. No, I haven't talked to Jordan in a little while yet. Do you get any trick or treat? Do I get many trick or treaters? I don't know because I haven't been here for Halloween yet. I guess I'll know in a few weeks, assuming I don't have a job and can't be here when at the time it happens. What was the craziest thing I ever saw at Disney? Um, I guess it would probably be like drunk women who would flash the Pixar characters during the parade. Yeah, that happens sometimes. You're new here. What's going on? We're doing a live stream, and basically, it's just a free form. You ask questions, and I'll answer them. What's the weather like? The weather's been a lot cooler. It's what is it now? Hang on. It's 69 degrees out right now. So yeah, we had a nice cooling trend that came through here a few days ago. So when it went from like the mid 90s down to like the 60s in like 12 hours, that was really nice. Is Jordan going to visit again soon? I don't know. We'll see. It'd be fun to have him here. One of the things he mentioned is that one of the conditions would be whether it was too hot for jaw. Well, it isn't really too hot for jaw anymore. Now look who's back. The kids are rattling the gate out there. I suppose you want more kitty treats, don't you? Is that what it is? You don't get any kitty treats, so if you don't come on camera. of my own fault. I get when I do this kind of thing, make some lunge at it. How do you get the orange box around the name of the person you respond to on here? I don't know. I'm not sure what orange box you're talking about. Somebody had an orange box around their name? If it is, I'm not seeing it on this end. Is it possible maybe somebody that you're a friend with? I don't know. Oh, that's what it, yeah, I think that's what happened. If you type somebody's name, yeah, I think that's right. I think Todd's right. If you type somebody's name, then it pops up that way. But I think yeah, you have to push the ampersand or not the ampersand, the at symbol and the name together. And I think it has to match the exact wording of the individual. Let me try. Uh, yeah, I don't know. Although I probably have to type it. Yeah, no, yeah, I don't know. Well, that story didn't work out well. Okay. Hi, Jenny. Yeah, you didn't miss too much. We've been going for about an hour, but I got another hour in me, so we'll still be around for a while. Yeah, but Jeff Kidd is spelled with two D's. Oh, okay. I didn't know. I don't know about that because I don't think that showed up for me either. Kind of scrolling back here because I'm going through the whole list of the entire conversation from when we started, and yeah, I don't see any of the ones surrounded in orange. The only one I see in orange is my own name. Yeah, we went to a daylight savings time a while back. All right, thanks for stopping by, that girl. We appreciate you coming by. My dad is doing a lot better today. As I mentioned in last week's live stream, he had a bit of a setback, but he's back kind of in semi-private rooms. He had a private room before. He's like in a two-bed room right now, but he's back in kind of his own room and doing a lot better. His blood pressure is back to normal, and right now they're talking about the possibility that he might get to go home as early as Monday. So we're kind of keeping our hopes going on that one. Thanks, Jenny. Add my mom to your list too. She fell yesterday and ended up cracking open her head a little bit and had a lot of blood. They ended up taking her to the hospital. Now she ended up with just a couple stitches and they sent her home. So she's already back home and doing good. But she's got a live-in, well, not a live-in, but a full-time person coming to the house now that she really likes, and that person is kind of taking care of things. So yeah, it's one of those things. My mom was saying that she got her walker caught on the corner, going around a corner, and I guess just ended up falling and smacking her head really good on the ground. You've been watching Baylor and Texas Tech. It's in double overtime. Okay. Yeah, Baylor's big around here. Thank you, Jenny. Appreciate that. Yeah, my mom will be grateful for that. It's awful, but it wasn't too bad. My mom was. I was talking to her right before I started the live stream, and she's telling about the whole thing, and she was already saying, oh, she was upset that the Life Alert people contacted us. It's like, Mom, you were in the hospital. We want to know this. You know. Good night, Christine. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, I know it's really late there in the UK. Do I go to any movies? No, I haven't been to a movie since I've been here. And yeah, you know, I used to be a huge movie fan, would go all the time, but kind of stopped doing it a long time ago when I bought a house. It just turned out there were more things to do. When I lived in an apartment in California, there just weren't a whole bunch of things, and so I would go and spend the whole day in a movie theater, but don't really do that anymore. Oh yeah, I remember the house on Cielo Drive. That was fun. What was it? What was your name? You had knocked offline. That's weird. Anyone else having that problem? I've had a couple people mention the Texas State Fair. I would guess it's probably happening right about now. Yeah, my mom does wear a medic alert bracelets, and that's how she called for help when there was a problem. She just hit her little thing on her wrist. Are the crickets gone? For the most part, yeah. There was there was they were really thick there for a few days, but the pest control people came out and I think dealt with them. So haven't seen as many in the house. Okay, Mike. Yeah, I remember the Hawaiian shirt. Yeah, that house down the hill from the Manson house. It was an interesting place, but I'm not really sure that it's haunted. There's nothing I saw there that I couldn't just write off as, oh, movement of the house or people walking around or something like that. Yeah, yeah, it's very cool when I get a whole bunch of people coming on here. Yeah, it's kind of fun. It makes it easy to keep doing this because you guys keep it going. You think getting on doing a live stream for 2 hours, you know, it just sounds like it wouldn't be you know wouldn't be able to be enough content to keep it going. But we've been going for more than an hour already. So did decorate for Halloween? No, I don't usually do that until like the day or so before, just because a lot of my stuff doesn't really hold up to the weather that well. What did I do at Disneyland? I used to work in the parades department over at California Adventure. Basically, any parade that you saw over at California Adventure in the last 10 years, I probably drove that float. Do the cats have toys to play with? Um, Yes, but lately the toys have been the crickets. It's funny, the cat's favorite toy is this little sock thing filled with cotton that my parents actually got for. Okay, here we go. We got our first troll. Yeah, should be lucky. It's been an hour here since we had that. He's all gone now. Sorry, but my mom and dad got a cat that I had before Bite and Nibble, a Christmas sock that was filled with with stuffing, and it was that cat's favorite toy. And you know, when that cat passed away, it became these cats' favorite toy, and it's really the only toy we've ever had that this many years later. I mean, I've had Bite and Nibble for 12 or 13 years now, and you know they don't rip it apart. It's just something that they love to carry around. Yeah, well, the trolls, around here, they don't have enough talent to start their own content. All they can do is go in and be a pest to someone else. If they put half the effort they do into trolling other people, um, into doing their own thing, they'd have their own channel. Yeah, there's nothing in the sock except that it's just filled with cotton, but they all just love it. And it's the cutest thing because I'll see Neil walking around carrying it in her teeth like a dog, would carry a tennis ball or something. Yeah, you're right. They should found a troll channel and just harass each other. That'd be great. I don't know if you hear all the noise outside, but since the temperature dropped outside a few days ago, there's a lot more kids that are out and about, and I think it's great that they're out there. They've been out there all day today having fun. So this is probably the first time they've been able to do it because you can't have as much fun doing that kind of stuff when it's like 95 degrees out there. So it's much better that they're out there being active and getting exercise and all that stuff versus being in there on their cell phone or playing video games or something like that. Oh, you don't have to apologize for going to eat dinner. I'm going to be doing that here pretty soon too. Thanks for stopping by and thanks for the prayers. Do I hear my neighbors or is it peaceful? Sometimes I hear them. I actually can kind of hear the neighbors through the wall back behind me. I think they're watching TV, but for the most part, they're pretty quiet. Do the cats ever get frisky? Yeah, when I got the cat treats out, when I'm watching TV and the cat treats are flowing, they're doing their thing. In fact, I think Bite just heard his name because now he's up here again. Yeah. Meow. Yeah, that's your equivalent of I am Groot, only meow means give me kitty treats, right? Is it any wonder that you're twice as heavy as an average cat should be? Huh? Any wonder at all? Ow! Still doesn't learn the lesson about not biting the hand that feeds him. No blood this time, though. That's good. You tried the coleslaw with pickles and jalapeno peppers. You made it yourself. Yeah, it sounds good. Yeah, Bite. That's right. Yeah, Bite has to be well trained, no doubt. Yeah, you're right. Bite in the last couple of videos, yeah, definitely makes his presence known. Am I cooking tonight? No, probably not. I've still got some of that chicken orzo soup that I made a couple weeks ago, and I'm going to probably have some of that. That's really good. It just throw it in the microwave for a little while and heat it up, and it's a good solid meal. So I did a restaurant vlog today, and I really filled up on that. So what treats do I give my cats? Yours are selective. Yeah, mine will basically eat anything I give them. These are just basically I just go to the grocery store. I don't even really know the brand because I pulled the label off the bin, but it's just one of these big bins and kitty treats that you can get. Yeah, they aren't really picky. They aren't finicky eaters by any means. I mean, you look at how big they are. They have never missed a meal. Yeah, the big issue I have with my cats at 3 a.m. is they wander around the house going meow, 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 meow. It's like, shut up, bite. Yeah, just like that. Now he's right down here with me. I don't know if you can hear his motors running. It was like 40 degrees out here the other day, Jeff, and people were looking at me weird when I went to Home Depot wearing short pants and a t-shirt. So, it's probably always going to be short pants weather for me. Hi, Penny. We've just been talking. You missed a troll, but that's nothing. Yeah, yeah. The soup will be good tonight. I'm actually starting to get a little hungry now, so I'll be ready for that. Yeah, I might have to go see if I can find a jacket out there. I don't have sweaters. I'm not a sweater person, but yeah, you're right. It might be Temptations kitty treats, Robert. All right, thanks for stopping in, Nancy. Appreciate that. Haven't done any recipe vlogs lately, but I was thinking a little earlier maybe we'll have to do another one in the next day or so. So yeah, stay tuned. I got 10 or 12 other recipes that I've been given. Yeah, when I was back here in January, I didn't wear a whole lot of short pants at that point. It was jeans and long, heavier shirts and a jacket. Yeah, the meatloaf was great. I'm glad you liked that one. It turned out we discovered I made one tiny little mistake. Apparently, when it said add the 1 can of tomato soup, I used Campbell's tomato soup, and with the Campbell's tomato soup, it's you add a cup of water to dilute it out. And apparently, I probably didn't need to do that. I probably could have just gone with the soup itself without the water. That's probably why it was a little bit runnier than it had to be, but that's fine. It turned out okay. But just modify that recipe in the future if you ever use it yourself. one can of soup without the extra can of water. Am I going home for Thanksgiving? I don't know. We'll see yet. It all depends on what the job situation looks like. Yeah, I use condensed soup, but when it asked for the can of soup, I didn't think about it. Can of soup, and I put the water in it also. I think you just use the condensed soup without the water, because I think the water just makes the condensed soup more of a soup consistency, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a soup consistency to be used in the meatloaf. You want the flavor, not the consistency. Yeah, that's how I would change that recipe. A lot of people pointed that out, and I didn't really think about it. So I don't know. We'll see. Have I gotten a flu shot? I've never had a flu shot. I'm usually pretty healthy. I get maybe one case of the flu a year, and I'm usually pretty good about just muscling my way through it. Your mom ended up moving about 3 hours from me in Lufkin. Okay, I'm not sure where Lufkin is, but I've heard of it. So my mom makes a bean soup. One of these points, I will maybe have to get that recipe from her. It's definitely a recipe I think that that we could improve upon a little bit. My mom always tends to do things really quick when slow is maybe the better option. And with like her bean soup, I don't think she cooks it long enough for the beans to become soft. So you end up chewing on the beans and they're like crunchy. It's like, no, it's not supposed to be that way. Yeah, one of these days I want to get my mom to send me her lasagna recipe again. I've got it in the storage locker, but I'm not sure where it is, and that's something I'd definitely like to share with you because that is my benchmark for what I think good lasagna is. That's what I compare every other lasagna to is that, and I always find every other kind of lasagna is lacking compared to what my mom makes. I guess it's just perspective. That's what I grew up with, and you know, who knows? Maybe everyone else would eat it. It's like, oh, this is horrible. This is the worst lasagna ever. But it's what I like. But it's got like 12 different kinds of cheese, and it's really, really good. It's really, really bad for you. How's my father is doing? Is he home yet? No, but we're hoping at this point that he's going to be home early next week, maybe as early as Monday. So fingers crossed. I haven't seen anything about Oktoberfests around here, but I would assume there's got to be a few. I love sausage too. In fact, I went to Oktoberfest with Jordan last year and had sauerkraut for the first time and found I really liked that. Have I been in a limousine? No, I can't say that I have. It's not a huge priority. I've seen inside of limousines, but I've never ridden in one. I kind of prefer to do the driving myself. Hi, Deb. Thanks for stopping in. Oh yeah, I'm sure limousines are nice. It's just it's not been one of these things that's on my bucket list to do. Thanks, Nature Cat. I'm glad that you like watching my vlogs. Yeah, I'll keep doing them for a while. The big challenge is coming up with something to do every day. Yeah. I'll have to check out Jordan's grandfather's sauerkraut. You're right. I remember when my sister went to the prom, she had a limousine that took her and her friends that actually had a jacuzzi in the back, which was kind of crazy. Oh, don't worry about it, Deb. I'm used to my name being misspelled or even mispronounced. It's one thing when you typing it into a computer and spell check does something to you. It's quite a different thing when you get called Brent or Brett or Brick or Brock or whatever. Yeah, I'm used to that. That's been something that's happened all my life, so it just rolls on past. All right, great job, Mark. I'm glad you were able to make it. Hey, Angela's here. Hi, Angela. Oh, and Jordan's here. Hi, Jordan. How's it going, buddy? See, even Jordan did it. He called me Beast, or no, he called me Breast. So if Jordan can get away with it, everyone can. We were just talking about that, Jordan. How my name periodically gets misspelled or mispronounced. So it was funny that that happened right then. Do I have a middle name? Yeah, my middle name is the same as my father's first name. It's David. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting a house too. It'll be nice to have my own place and actually start putting some real money into it because I don't want to put any real money into this place because it isn't mine. It's not going to benefit me any at all. Yeah, I'll put in, $5 or $10 or something like that, but I don't, I don't want to put any real money into it because there's no benefit to me doing that. It's just going to go to someone else. So, yeah, Jordan, say hi to the Joster for me. I miss him. Yeah, I'll probably do some house hunting vlogs. I was actually looking around some at some houses just about a week ago, and there's a lot of stuff out here that's really affordable. That's one of the things I love about you know Texas over California is the houses are so affordable. I was seeing houses for $150,000 that are okay, maybe a little average, but 200, 230, $240,000 is going to buy me a pretty nice little house. And I'm hoping that at some point, if I find maybe something a little away from town, maybe I can get some property for that. That'd be really nice. Did the weather stripping work? Yeah, I think so. I haven't really seen as many crickets in here. So yeah, I think we got a handle on it. Yeah, Jordan, we were okay. Yeah, a lot of people have been asking me about Buddy Holly with a reference to some line. Wasn't sure where that was coming from. That's what it is. Yeah, you're right. I didn't make that connection. But yeah, everyone was saying I need to learn how to make your grandfather's sauerkraut. I don't know. That might be a secret recipe. Yeah, right. I didn't make the connection though when everyone was talking about Buddy Holly and the crickets. That's funny. Well, look who's back. I suppose you want more kitty treats, don't you? Huh? Is that what it is? Or do you want the brush? You like the brush too, don't you? Yeah, you like the brush too. Oops. Yeah, Breck Roll and the crickets. Breck Roll is killing the crickets. Yeah, I know. We got to figure out a way here where you guys can feed them kitty treats, huh? Would you like them to feed you kitty treats? Huh? I suppose you would, wouldn't you? Yeah, yeah, you're right. He just wants he wants his store pay. You're right. Yeah, the kids are really noisy. Invented cricket repellent. Yeah, it's called Raid. They've been telling me that one of the things that attracts the crickets is the bright lights. So and unfortunately, I got a big nasty security spotlight out in front, and so that was what kind of kind of picked up caused all the cricket invasion that was here. You're going to do a decimal vlog for me? Okay, I'm not sure what a decimal vlog is. Yeah, I only broke up the cricket party in the house here. That was the rest of it. All those bodies that were out there on that video I did a couple days ago. That's the doing of the pest control guy. Kind of wish they'd picked them up though. Everyone's telling me that in a few days those things are going to start to smell. So I don't know. I might have to take the uh, take the initiative on that and maybe clean them up. Apparently they smell like rotting flesh when they after they've died. So I don't know. It's really nice. The temperature's dropped a lot though, so it's really cool out there right now. It's in the like upper 60s right now. It's the first time that's happened since I've been here. I mean, we've gotten down into the upper 80s, a few times, and that's been kind of a cold streak. But holy cow, we hit like 44 a couple days ago in the morning. Thanks for stopping in, Linda. I didn't see that, but I see everyone else saying goodbye to you. So thanks for stopping in. I appreciate that. Yeah, what is it right now? It's 63 degrees outside right now. So yeah, we've definitely broken the heat. Had a nice little rainstorm blow through here a couple nights ago, and it went from like upper 80s to like 44, and in a 12-hour period. Oh, okay. Angela was talking about a special vlog, not a decimal vlog. I was trying to figure out what decimal was. Yeah, I can live with 63. That's definitely short pants weather. Yeah, I know. Well, autocorrect creates a lot of amusing things, so sometimes they're funnier than the real message. So we boosted up Terry and Circle's subscriber count for a while, but I see that Angela and her Ends Endeavor site is still hovering around 40 subscribers. Well, you guys need to go over and check her out too. She's got her own vlog. Let's see if we can push her over 100. Go over and check out. It's on there. It's the Ange Endeavor, the ANG Endeavor. Go check it out. She's got her own vlog, kind of doing her own little thing too. Let's see if we can boost her up and get her over 100 because it's no good in the 40s. She deserves more than that. Probably should have mentioned that a little earlier, but that's okay. Let's see if we can push her up. I think she was like 43 or 44 when I looked a little while ago. Yeah, I heard that there was a that we they mentioned a little while ago that Baylor and Texas Tech were playing and that it was like in double overtime. I didn't hear what the score was, but I guess it's over now. 53 in Maine. That sounds like fun. Baylor won. All right, go Bears. Well, if you can't, yeah, if you can't find Angela's site, just kind of scroll back up on the comments and click on her link, and that'll take you right to it. Yeah, there we go. Terry put it up. Yeah, we pushed her way up. We pushed Terry's subscriber rate way up. Now we can see if we can push Angela's up too. Well, the two that I've been pushing lately is Ange Endeavor, and I think that's the one you just said you subscribed to. And then the comment right below yours, Terry in Circles. We've been pushing hers too pretty hard, and we've been pretty successful in getting hers to go up. So yeah, just keep checking them out. This is just kind of snowballing here. Adam the Woo led to Jordan, Jordan led to me, and I'm leading to all you guys. Oh yeah, there's people visiting from all over the world. I've seen Australia check in today. I've seen some people from the UK. I've seen somebody from said they were checking in from the Falkland Islands. So yeah, and we have Jeff Kidd's barbecue. Yeah, you'd love to vlog, but not much there in Northeast Texas. Well, when Jordan and I blew through there a few months ago, we found a couple things out there. You never know. I mean, there isn't really a whole lot to do here in Waco either, but sometimes you just kind of go out and look for things to look interesting. You're making scarecrows with your granddaughter today. What for Halloween? Yeah, there's Angela again, the Ange Endeavor. If you can't find her page, just click on the link there, and that should take you right to it. Definitely go subscribe or check her out. You start a vlog with Jordan owns this town. Yeah, well, you know what? You might find that there's things that you're interested in that aren't of interest to him. See, that's what makes Jordan such a great vlogger is that he doesn't just do everything. He's got to be interested in the subject, and when he becomes interested in the subject, he researches it and he learns everything he can about it, and he presents a lot of information, and that's what makes it so great. But there's things that he's not interested in and he doesn't cover. You hear all the time, people suggesting on his live streams, oh, you ought to do this, oh, you ought to do that, and he's just not interested in that. So you know what? That's something you could do. Jordan doesn't own anything. He's done a lot of great vlogs, but Hollywood has a lot of and the LA area has a lot of stuff that you can do yourself. Am I wearing the slippers? No, I'm not wearing slippers today. I'm wearing just regular shoes today. It's a little cold. Yeah, well, that's what I like about Jordan's channel is that you do learn so much. I can look at a subject and say, I'm not really that interested in it, but you know what? I'll watch it, and it's like it's still interesting. Because I'm just somebody who likes to learn things, and even if it's something that you know maybe doesn't seem that interesting, you know what? I'll file it away, and at some point, maybe I will be interested in it. Yeah, YouTube has its challenges, but you get going on it and it kind of just grows. Trolls are a lot of fun, but you know what, that happens. Yeah, see, I think that's probably why I'm not wearing the slippers. I don't think anybody's mentioned that in a few weeks, and I forgot. It sounds like they got those poppers out there now that they're playing with. 90% of our houses are wood floors, so it gets cold in the winter. Yeah, I suppose. That's cool, Angela. I'll definitely watch it. Yeah, I saw that you did a live stream and a video about bullying. That's a good subject, Terry. And I guess you know as well as any how bad that can be. That's cool. Thanks, Todd, for checking out Angela. The best you can do is try it and see what you think. And if you like it, keep watching. And if not, you know what? You don't. But yeah, that's right. Jeff did a video the other day uh, where he showed how he cooked some barbecue on his new barbecue grill, and it turned out pretty good. It was a good first video. So I don't know. He still wants to kind of keep it private a little bit. He doesn't really want to go as public as all this. But you know what? It was a good video, and I think you know it's definitely a good first effort. So he should keep trying. I'd watch another one. Bite's not going to pull the mouse off the table, aren't you? Well, what he did, the thing that I really liked about Jeff's video was the title. The title was the video was about him using his smoker to cook barbecue, and since his name is Kid, he called the video "Kids Smoking in the Backyard," and I just thought that was really funny. That was so clever. What are you looking at, Bite? Bite is like staring really intently at the door right now. I think maybe he just hears the kids outside. Yeah, no, Jeff isn't on YouTube right now. He's just has it on his Facebook page, but he sent it to me the other night, last night, and I thought it was good. It was an instructional video about him preparing barbecue. And he made barbecue ribs, and he made some pork loins and like a roast and stuff like that. And he showed step by step how he did it in his smoker grill. So yeah, I mean, I think I want to go get a smoker grill at some point just because I'd love to make my own barbecue. And I learned a few things from his videos, so I actually asked him to keep it public for a little while on his Facebook channel just so I could because he wants to move it private again. And I asked him to keep it public just so I could download it so I could refer to it when I get my own time, when I get my own barbecue. Yeah, yeah. Now he's beside me, but this is my buddy. I did download it, Jeff. So yeah, if you want to push it to private again, you can do so. I appreciate you leaving it that way. Cool. Thanks, Jeff. Yeah, like I said, I wanted to just keep it for reference because you had a lot of good information in there. And when I get, and I mean, it's going to be another 6 or 8 months before I move into a house anyway, and it'll be after that before I get my own barbecue. So yeah, you're right, John. That could be another mouse food type vlog episode. Smoking barbecue recipes, but I got to learn how to do it myself. So yeah, I understand Jeff's desire to kind of keep it private because he's seen what happens with trolls and stuff like that, and doesn't necessarily want all that coming into him. So I understand him, but yeah, it was a good video. I don't know, maybe at some point he'll hold on to the video and do more of them, and maybe that'll encourage to go to go public and maybe start his own channel. But that barbecue sandwich I did have the other day, that was really good. It was fantastic. But you're gonna have to wait for the restaurant vlog I did today. That was the best food I've had in Texas since I arrived. And yeah, that's saying something because I've had a lot of good food. Thank you, Mark, for saying thank you for saying hi. You had a pet spider monkey and you fed crickets to it. That's kind of cool. I didn't know spider monkeys eat crickets. I thought they were more fruit and vegetable kind of thing. Yeah, yeah. Thanks for subscribing to both Terry and Angela. Let's see if we can push Angela up and get her subscriber up. Like I said, it was when I looked recently, it was like 40, 40 or 45, something like that. That's sad. That needs to go. We need that higher than that. I want to see her. I want to see her go to 100 people. Let's get Angela over 100 subscribers. Kids are going crazy. They got some of those poppers out there. They're having a lot of fun. I noticed earlier someone had like an old office chair with wheels, and they were pushing each other around the complex. How long will I be on? I'm going to probably be on for another 20 minutes or so. My next video goes live in 21 minutes, and I usually like to end my live streams before a video goes live. Otherwise, it screws up the counting of the numbers, and so all of a sudden, the most recent video I did was a live stream, and then I don't get the good information on what's going on with the video that goes up today. So, yeah, I'll be on for about 20 minutes, maybe a little less. So, what's your subscriber count now, Angela? Let's see what we're doing on you here. Let's see if I can find it from here. Sometimes I can get it here. Keep all my tech next to me here so that I can watch all this here. YouTube. Come on, slow, slow, slow. It's one of the things I'm not a huge fan of doing this on a pad because you can't necessarily find what you're looking for when you're looking for Okay, there's Angela. All it's telling me is that she's got is that I'm subscribed to her. 51. Okay, we're getting there. 49 to go. Let's 41 to go, and let's see if we can get her over 100. Yeah, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing your Animal Collective. I saw that you did one. Definitely want to check that out. In fact, I'll probably watch that tonight. Awesome. You saw somebody with Eraserhead hair and my Residence T-shirt. That's cool. Jordan did a video for the band Animal Collective. Animal Collective is a band that he got me into a couple years ago, and it's one of the bands I really like. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing that because they're an amazing band. In fact, I don't think I told you, Jordan, but I was at work one day. Probably probably late last year, and one of the other guys had was playing Spotify or something like that, and he had like a bunch of Animal Collective music coming on. It's like, oh, I know who that is. That's Animal Collective. He says, yeah, you know who Animal Collective is? Yeah, yeah. A friend of mine got me into them. In fact, this person knows who Jordan is too because he's right. He recognized me from Jordan's vlogs, and so I said, oh yeah, Jordan got me into him. When I had the coleslaw, I assume you're talking about the Hellberg's barbecue. Um, it was supposed to have jalapenos in it, and initially when I tasted it, it didn't really taste sweet or sour. It seemed like it was just the cabbage and not much else. But apparently, all the juices kind of soaked down to the bottom. So when I got in kind of the bottom of it, um, you know, it the flavor kind of picked up, and then there was a little bit of spice in it, so it was really good. But not that there wasn't room for improvement. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Animal Collective is something that's really odd. You kind of have to, you have to kind of be into that kind of thing. But as Jordan says, cool people get it. So everyone needs to go out and look for Animal Collective on like YouTube and stuff like that. And that's the way you find out if you're cool. Yeah, look who's down here again. You turn your back on the fans? That's not cool. Come on over here. Look at the screen. People want to see your pretty face. See how that's how it is. I think that's one of the things I liked about Animal Collective though is it just was so kind of interesting. I've played it for a few people and they just didn't get it. And in fact, some people the first song I ever played from was Peacebone, and they say, "Oh, it sounds like your CD is skipping." It's like, no, it isn't. That's how it starts. So what is Angela up to now here? You see here. Still at 51 people. Come on, let's do it. Let's get her over 100. I'd like to see that. We I think we almost doubled, maybe more than that for Terry. So come on, we can do this for Angela too. Yeah, see, I'm kind of the same way, Jordan. If it's instantly accessible, then it's going to get boring after a while because that's usually what that means. There's not really that much depth to it. That was what I always found about Guided by Voices. That was why it was so hard for me to get into them at the beginning, because my friend Matt, who got me into them, was already way into them. So he'd play one album, then he'd play another album, and he'd play another album, and play another album, and there just wasn't enough time, to hear it enough to absorb it and process it. And so I didn't really become a Guided by Voices fan until he bought me my first album, and I got a chance to listen to it over and over and over and over and over again and get used to it. And it was the fifth concert before that I went to before I really, fully got it. Yeah, that's just something that Jordan and I are always going to disagree with. I think the Beatles are one of the greatest bands ever. I can listen to it over and over again. The earliest stuff, it's a little ho hum, but I love the later stuff, and you know what? That's just the way it is. Am I still in contact with Guided by Voices members? Not really a whole lot. I am kind of pleased with the fact that the singer Bob is sharing a bunch of the live concerts, on his Facebook page. That's always flattering because that's kind of an acknowledgement that they like what you're doing, and are continuing to share stuff like that. Because it's always a little weird when you're sharing live concerts because you wonder, hey, is this cool? Bob's always been really kind of cool about that in the past, but you know, some bands just aren't, and so the fact that it's allowed to happen and that Bob's official Facebook channel is sharing some of our stuff, that's kind of cool. And I agree with Jordan. I like the Kinks too. The Kinks are great. Yeah, well, that seems to be my job, Terry, is to make you cry at every episode. Yeah, 84 Nash, that's another band that I really like, and it's great that Jordan's promoting them with his channel. I was wearing my Times New Viking T-shirt, I think just yesterday. Yeah, 84 Nash is great. Connections are great. Times New Viking is great. They're all sort of related. Times New Viking, the singer for that band is the brother of the singer from 84 Nash and Connections. So there's kind of a connection there. Yeah, no, I'm with you that there, Jordan. I like the early to about 2004 got up by voices, and I haven't really gotten into the later stuff. That's something that Matt and I disagree with. Matt thinks that the best stuff is he's doing now. And it's like I listen to it, I just don't get into it. He's given me a few albums, and it's like, yeah, okay, yeah, I hear what he's doing. It sounds like everything else he's doing. Yeah, yeah, I think I'm with you on that one. Because isolation drills, I like Universal Truths and Cycles somewhat too. There's good songs on that, but you're right. Most of the stuff I like is the earlier stuff. That's why most of the concerts I've been putting on the website are like 2004 and before, because that's really I think the highlight of the band. And it's funny, Todd Tobias isn't even really involved in it anymore. But unfortunately, he's had such an influence on Bob that the music I think still sounds that way. I mean, I'd still go see them if they can. If they come to Texas, I'll definitely go check them out. But But yeah, I am with Jordan on that. The Guided by Voices best stuff is before 2004, before the Electrifying Conclusion tour. Honestly, here's what I think became a problem with Bob. Bob has always had the ability to write really great pop songs, and he just plops them out like almost like on a conveyor belt. And for a while there, his record label kind of limited, um, how much material he could put out. So that forced him to just focus on the great songs. So he'd write a whole bunch of songs, and then he'd pick the best of them and put them on the albums. But after he went back, after he was on TVT and I think went back to Matador, um, he had an agreement that basically he could release as much stuff as he wants. And at that point, it turned into quantity instead of quality. And I think a lot of the stuff that maybe shouldn't have been released was released. Bob once said, and I've quoted this a couple of times, that he could write 5 songs while sitting on the toilet, and that 3 of them would be good. Well, unfortunately, I think he started releasing the other 2, and that became a problem. When you're releasing 5 or 6 albums a year, it's just too much. But you saw Flaming Lips last night. Yeah, I'd love to see them. That would be great. And I still stand by the fact that Kiss show that Jordan took me to is the best stage show I've ever seen. I didn't know the music that well, but it was very entertaining. It was great rock and roll. I had a great time at that show. So how was the Flaming Lips? Were they good, Jordan? I mean, I know sometimes they can be a little hit and miss too. That's cool. I'm glad you like the cemetery vlogs. Yeah, sometimes there's just people that don't like those. I'm actually a little disappointed with the views. Um, because usually a normal video for me, I have 1,000 views within 24 hours, and that one's been up for 3 or 4 days, and it's still in the upper 800s. So I don't know. I still enjoy doing them. They're a lot of fun. So it isn't really the end of the line tour then yet. They're still going, huh? Yeah, sometime when they, I definitely go. I definitely go again. Go again. That was a great show. I'd love to see the Flaming Lips too. They played the entire Soft Bullet album. Wow, that's saying a lot. That maybe tied for best show of all time. It's a 3 year. Okay, all right. So Kiss is doing a 3 year tour. I guess that makes sense. So they're gonna hit some of the same cities again. Then is that how they're doing that? Yeah. See, I thought the last Kiss show you went was the last one ever. 53. All right. Congratulations, Angela. We're working on it. Yeah, I never saw a Def Leppard show. So Kiss is playing different venues in the same cities, going all over the world. That's cool. It's good that if they're really on their final tour ever, that they're gonna play a lot of times so people get a chance to see them. If they really love them, because like I said, they filled up that Coliseum that we were there, and that was a great show. Do the cats ever claw the furniture? No, they don't. They're pretty good about that. 3-year tour, waiting for the shipwreck. Gonna hit New York City. Are they doing anything in the Texas area, Dallas or anywhere around there? It'd be fun to see them here. Maybe you can hook me up with tickets since you're such good friends. Yeah, thanks for stopping in, Jenny. Or Penny. Sorry, not Jenny. Penny. Thank you for stopping in. I'm gonna probably end mine in a couple minutes here anyway. We're about 3 minutes away from uploading from my next video going live. So um, I think probably what we'll do is we'll just end it here. I want to thank everyone for stopping by, and we'll do another one of these next weekend. I enjoyed doing them on the weekends, and so thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you next time. Good night, everyone.